All right, welcome on in to Link to the Past Randomizer League here on SpeedGaming 2, Week 2 Ambrosia Seed. Here, last locationers represented by Linlinlin versus Magic Lamp Oil represented by Kynup. My name is Westside Vandal. I'm here with Freddy, and this is going to be a good one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. This is actually things I didn't notice when I signed up for this. This is actually in my division, so I'll be watching this with keen interest. But it looks like so far Magic Lamp Oil has actually won the first match against the last locationers. So Kynup is looking to make it a clean 2-0 week, while Linlinlin is going to try to get them back to 1-1 for the week and put them at 2-2 total.
So, and we're starting off early. The Ambrosia command is in full effect, but just to give a on-air overview for those of you watching on YouTube, this is a standard opening seed, as in we will be doing escape, where we do start with the fighter sword. The Uncle Hint will spoil where the boots are, and all dungeon bosses will have an item on them, and we are underway. Boots in Dark World.
Lunk.
Yes.
Talks to two not even male characters.
Yep.
Probably.
Lonkle. Lonkle.
Anyway.
Oh.
So normally this would be the point where I explain on a normal standard C that we are looking for to try to get as many kills as we can just to try to find bombs. Fortunately, bombs are just sitting in Link's house.
Yep.
There is no need to do that.
Yep. Blue pendant on Eastern I saw from the early map check.
Yeah.
Looked like Crystal on Tower of Hera. I did not see Desert. Blue goo from Uncle. I don't know why he didn't get to that in time, but unfortunate for him, good for us. They'll put Sick Kid in logic when we do get to Kakariko.
Ooh, and the green guards are in the bomb drop pool, so or prize pack, I should say. So there's more than enough bomb to go around this. Yeah, I believe it was just EP Crystal or Pendant. The other two are crystals.
Yep, so we should be seeing all of Escape here, both runners with 3 bombs from Link's house. I can't imagine either of them would go, you know what, nah, I don't need to take that time to bomb that wall out.
There's never anything back there.
Watch this be the one seed where you're proven wrong on that.
There's always something back there, especially when you don't have bombs.
All right. 20 rupees, so rupee count off to a good start.
Nearly identical sword strats there. Always nice to see.
Yeah. The Escape is probably one of the most reset splits in all of speedrunning, never mind just Link to the Past, because it's 6 minutes of just pure execution to start off a seed or a run. In the case of an MG, and if you mess it up, well, you might as well just reset because it's the first split of the run.
The Kynup was a little bit faster going into the blue guard there, but Linlinlin had a faster strat for the guard himself. They're still basically even.
So, yeah, go ahead.
So with Boots being in the Dark World, that puts us very interested to see how quickly we will see the actual Moon Pearl and Dark World X.
Looked like Linlinlin was just kind of going for some sword strats there on the ball and chain guard, but finished off with 1 pot. And yeah, the Boots being in the Dark World does mean we'll probably not be seeing them for a fair bit, but there is one location that kind of makes you wonder sometimes. Purple Chest is technically considered a Dark World check. So.
Yeah, that it is. Had an Randomizer recently that had Boots in Purple Chest too. That was fun.
I had one of my practice seeds in Ambrosia had Boots on Purple Chest. And that was somehow only like the 5th worst thing that seed did. But that's a story for another time. As this
Yeah.
escape continues.
It's making their way back through the front of the castle to make their way to the back, and we'll see at least 4 chests. One of them could have the map. Or actually, no, we saw the map already.
We have seen the map already.
So there will be 4 guaranteed items in the back of this escape.
So coming up
5 counting Zank. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're fine. So coming up here is going to be kind of a change from how you would expect the game to work. Normally, in Vanilla Link to the Past, you would have the lamp by this point. So what you're about to see wouldn't be a problem. But, as you can see, Kynup has the Tone of Light without the lamp. This is set by the Randomizer developers to make standard more flexible in its opening, because if this weren't here, then we would have to have the lamp in one of the chests before this point. There's our hook shot. So that's going to open up a few flexible options once we get a few other things.
Early hook shot's always nice to see. I would like to actually see a couple more kills on like snakes and such on the way up here from either of our runners, just to try to find more. So I know Kynup, I believe, already had the information that the bombs did drop from green guards, and snakes are on the same pack. Because you ideally want more than 2 bombs going into Kakariko, but there's a bow, so... Oh, that Pendant Eastern is looking mighty scary right now.
Yeah, that's that's cool, but also at the same time terrifying. with, as you said, a Pendant Eastern.
Worst case is now we find Fire Rod and Kakariko.
Oh. Or, I mean, by the same token, lamp, technically.
Or lamp.
But
Fire Rod's worse, though.
Yeah.
Oh, just another piece of heart. So looks like we got hookshot and bow, as well as a bottle outside of the escape. So
yeah,
pretty loaded escape.
Pretty decent start for our runners here.
Yep, both runners smartly getting the hookshot out. I'll make it a little bit faster to do this jump.
All right. So kind of heading up towards the tier 1 tree pole check, and indeed, that's what they're going to do. 20 rupees.
Yeah, that's a nice tree pole. That should be the big tree pole, I believe, because they've killed at least 4 things now. Ooh, and the crab is 20 rupees. So lots of easy rupee access if early Zora is the requirement. Oh, I'm talking about lamp.
Yep. There it be.
Ooh.
And bombos on the Aga 1's lumberjack ledge.
The plot thickens.
And that's given what we know about where the boots are because of that Dark World hint.
I really hope that Fire Rod is not in Ice Palace right now.
Oh no! Oh no! Either that or one of Mire or Turtle Rock requires bombos to enter.
Well, yeah, that too, but at least that you'll notice sooner rather than later.
True. Alright, so into Blind's basement we go.
5 chests in here, and 5 chests in the well holds the majority of the items in Kakariko. So far, not much.
Nope.
Bomb refill's nice, though.
Yeah.
And some more hearts.
Container. Yeah.
Yep.
So, question in chat again about Ambrosia. There's the Ambrosia command. Standard start, which we've already seen both runners have completed our escape. They start with a sword, so one of the swords is removed from the item pool because we start with it. And the uncle will tell us where the boots are generally. In this case, we know they are in Dark World. And then all dungeon bosses, all 10 of them, have an item from the item pool on them. As in, they do not have a key or a map or a compass of any sort. They're going to have like a rupee, they could have moon pearl, could have hammer, blah, 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 etc., etc.
Lots of bombs, rupees, and hearts in Kakariko so far, and half
100
magic.
rupees for half magic. That's a pretty decent trade for us for once.
I will take it.
Yes.
Let's see what the chicken hut holds. We will be able to get the sick kid early this seed too with that early bottle, which is always nice. Shovel, that's actually a good place for Shovel to be even too, because usually it's pretty easy to check that after race. And more of a pain to check at any other time.
Yes. Answering another question from chat, it's called Ambrosia because the person who came up with it, as we see the single arrow of destiny on Sick Kid. Nice bottle. Look at this single arrow.
Well, at least you got a blue bottle out of the deal.
Yeah.
But yes,
so,
Ambrosia.
Ambrosia is named that way because the person who qualified the mode called it the seed of the gods, basically, and ambrosia means food of the gods. So yeah, just kind of stuck.
And since then, no ambrosia seed has been that nice.
Nope. So full heart container on the library bookshelf, so we're not going to need to come running back over there once we find the boots.
Looks like Linlin's going to head straight to the race game here.
Yep.
Not much else in Kakariko, so I think maybe there might be something on the race game, though they do have a lot of items already, so...
And there is indeed something on race game, because that something is the Cane of Samaria.
It's not immediately helpful, but definitely helpful in the long run. Not something you won't have to be looking for late in a seed.
Nope. Especially when there's a chance that we're already going to be needing to go to Aga 1 for a medallion. So... Alright. So, dig spot, full heart container.
Okay. And we're only a sword upgrade or a cape away from actual Aga 1 access. Okay, so let's see where Linlin heads next. South? South.
Yeah, I can see this, because we've got Dam and Mini Moldorm Cave here, so that's 7 plus 8 for 8 if you walk all the way over to Ice Rod Cave. Of course, as I say this, Lin just completely bypasses the Dam.
Yeah, this has been becoming a more popular route lately. The skipping Dam to pair with Agana later, or Mirror later route. Saves some transition, gives you something to pair up that Agana with. It's actually not a terrible routing change that's been made lately.
Fair. Not fair is the nothing we've gotten from Mini Moldorm so far.
Absolutely nothing.
Apart from a fair amount of rupees.
More rupees and hearts. So Kynup is going to do the same thing, but just run around instead of save and quit. Oh, Linlin's actually going to do the opposite. He's going to go Mini Moldorm to Dam here. I've seen this route happen before as well.
Also of note there, Linlinlin did take the time to take advantage of the Bush Hoarder being 20 rupees again. It's now that much closer to Zora money. I think that also might have factored in a little bit, because I think he might think about fake flippering here.
Possibly, though with no Moon Pearl, that's not...
I was about to say, it's a little bit risky without the Moon Pearl. Or boots to do the water walk, but we already know those are in Dark World, so...
Interestingly, Kynup was actually following Lin over to the Agana.
That is very interesting. I mean, to be fair, Agina is kind of one of those checks where, kind of like how we were joking about Back of Escape earlier, Agina is one of those checks where if you go out of your way to check it early, there's nothing there. But if you just go, okay, Agina's had nothing the last 5 seeds I've played, that's the seed where it's going to have your, Moon Pearl or whatever. Second bottle,
Yeah,
though.
pretty much. So it just has a bottle, so... Be interested to see if Linlinlin makes the trip out to Ice Rod Cave here, or just head straight to Eastern. I would imagine straight to Eastern, but...
Yeah, that's a pretty hard walk to justify just for one item. If we did have, as you were saying, the Moon Pearl or Flippers to be able to route in the rest of Lake Hylia. Speaking of which, Lake Hylia check from Linlinlin here.
Ooh.
That's the flute!
Oh, we're getting Ancilla Flippers here. Okay.
Ooh, nicely
That's
done.
something you see often, but with bow, not bombs, it's actually a relatively easy setup.
So this seed's going to be going some interesting places route-wise because you need mirror and flippers to get to that flute. There's no way around that that's legal in randomizer rule set anyway.
Yep. So for those that haven't been following too closely, or just mostly watching and haven't seen that glitch before, so there's been a new, fairly recent glitch found in the last few months called the Ancilla glitch, where basically the way Link to the Past is coded is that it takes up certain bars in the memory for like this or no. It's something to do with the splash animation. If the splash animation doesn't play, then it won't show as you having no flippers, and will instead just let you fake flipper. It's basically the same logic that lets you do the normal fake flipper, but you get rid of the splash a different way. So in that case, it's just certain combinations of items and like arrows, bombs, Samaria, even boomerang clinks can cause the splash to be deleted and then let you just start swimming. And there's our Master Sword.
Yep, indeed. So, Master Sword in back of Saha's closet, not bad.
I fully expect to see the Moon Pearl either... I half expected to see it on Pyramid, but if I don't see it either in this thing right here... Ooh, the book. Okay, well, I was going to say Eastern or Ice Rod Cave, but...
Oh boy. That's,
now desert.
Yeah, that's an interesting place for the book to be hiding. And while you were talking about the Ancilla deletion glitch, I do want to point out, chat did correct me. Yes, once we find those boots, we could probably water walk to Lake Hylia and Mir. But yeah.
Well, there's no mirror yet, so...
Yeah, that is also a problem.
And that would also require runners to know where the setups for that one is, because that's not quite as commonly known as a setup for the water walk.
Yeah,
for dark.
The Light World water walk. Yep.
Though, I don't think that's actually possible now that I think about it. I don't think you can mirror on the water like that.
That could also be true. All right, so
I could be
both
wrong about
runners
that though.
appearing to make the Eastern play here.
Yeah, you can't mirror while swimming, I know for sure. I just don't remember if water walk counts as swimming.
Yeah.
As far as mirror usage goes.
All right, so as pointed out by chat, we do know from talking to Saha that our green pendant is on Swamp, so at least one of Turtle Rock and Misery Mire will be a required clear, so we are going to need a medallion of some description. We know where one of them is, it's just on Aga 1.
Well, at this point, we're looking at an Aga seed anyway, so it's probably not going to be as big of a deal. Unless we somehow suddenly find gloves and hammer, or 2 gloves. Yeah, one glove will get us to a lot of Death Mountain, so.
Yeah.
Well, we know we don't have food access, we do have the lamp, so that makes that easily accessible with a glove.
Yep.
I wasn't counting items, but Lynn didn't go to the right side, so I'm assuming they are.
Yeah, I was a bit distracted talking about the chat correction there, so I was not paying attention to the front of Eastern myself.
Then also you skip the big chest, it sounds like. So yeah, there was two pieces of heart and the big key in the first 3 chests.
Lynn, meanwhile, has a nice setup for the quick Armos kill.
Oh yeah,
Got
easy.
it.
And just 10 arrows, so Eastern completely bupkis. So Lynn's gonna have to run all the way to Ice Rock Cave now to get their book to continue on here, or just go straight to action.
Yeah, Linlinlin could make the play to go straight to Aga with the Master Sword and the lamp. All right.
I say Lynn's teammates in chat saying they're going to fake flipper dice for the cave. I'm gonna press them and go with that.
All right. So, well, you were saying.
Yep, 3 arrows and 2 bombs will then make it so you can just or swim in the water. Don't worry.
That is a terrible pun in chat, and I am here for it. All right, so Linlinlin heading to Ice Rod Cave, gonna receive that book of Medora. Kynup, meanwhile, looks like they have the quick kill set up and gets it.
Yep, good fight from both of our runners here. I like seeing it. Too bad it was for 10 arrows and a probably useless, though not necessarily.
Yeah. There's still a lot of things that could be there, but it's a little early to start speculating about that yet.
Yeah, we could definitely see Glove on Pyramid and Merle on Death. It's something that would not surprise me in the slightest.
Yep. All right, so now both runners in possession of the Book of Medora. Both runners going to be heading to Desert and seeing what we can pull out here. With
Linlin's extra trip to the Ice Ride Cave, now they've got the next path straight over to Desert at the same time. Though Linlin is up 1 check in that hobo. So they do have a small advantage over Kynup here. Kind of depends on when flippers show up, and we know that item isn't anything, so...
Kynup does also have a slight knowledge advantage. Kynup was the only person to check Lumberjack. However, True. I do understand that a lot of runners do wait until they have the boots to make that specific informational play. So we'll see how that happens to interfere or not with the proceedings, as both runners are now entering Desert.
Yep, and that also kind of depends on how required AGA 1 is. Because they do have, if it's not boots locked, they do have a fully clearable desert.
Alright. So, first chest in Desert, the map.
So yeah, we're AGA 1 and bound here.
Yep.
Knup's gonna check the thing here to see which key it is, but...
It's the big key?
Actually, it wasn't clear. They didn't have the clearable. They didn't have gloves. Never mind.
Yeah.
So yeah, now we're gonna see both runners do the last thing left. That is AGA 1. So we're gonna have either the Moon Pearl or something leading to the Moon Pearl on the pyramid.
Yep. And We could technically fake Flipper to Zora's domain right now, but the King of Scams himself would be the only thing we could actually do.
Yep. What if it's boots on Pyramid?
Oh, Lord.
And then like a glove on the thing or something, or in the bonk thing, on the bonk rocks.
Yes. Although, I suppose technically we could splash delete to Zora Ledge as well, but still, both of those plays decidedly out of logic, and you might as well stay in logic for as long as you can. When breaking logic is only one check like that. Now, if we could break the logic and go to say East Death Mountain at this point, that would be worth it. But breaking logic for just Zora's domain,
Yeah, especially when you can't even really do the waterfall. It's probably not worth it because you know there's an item on Pyramid at this point. There has to be an item on Pyramid.
We do not know what's on Zora Ledge because neither runner has gone up there.
Ooh, Lynn taking a fall there.
And question in chat from EF5 Tornado. They can't do waterfall because the way doing fake flipper works, entering the waterfall cave puts them into swimming state. And you need the Moon Pearl, because Link to the Past is a very well-coded video game, to let the game go, trick the game back into going, oh, you can walk now. Because you can't open chests while you're swimming.
So we're seeing some bow strats from both of our runners here.
Might as well. It allows you to do some damage from a distance instead of having to get up close and personal with these trident guards that can be annoying if they get by your guard, so to speak.
Yep, looks like Lynn's still keeping about a 1 screen lead. Get a little bit of advantage going into Aga, but we'll be seeing some concurrent Aga fights here. Aga 1 fights, I should.
Indeed, we shall. And we'll also see how many blue balls Aga decides to throw at our runners today. The way the Aghanim 1 fight works in Randomizer, the first shot of a segment is always going to be a blue ball, and then I believe it's the next 4 have a 50-50 shot between being a red ball and a blue ball, and then there's the lightning, and then the pattern resets. So there's our guaranteed shot there.
Any of these 3 could be blue balls, or all 3.
Yep,
there's
and
one.
Well, there's one of them. There's 2. Oh no.
There's 2.
Oh no.
The darkest of Aga 1 time left.
Oh no.
Why did I say it?
Oh gosh. Woohoo, boy. Linlinlin with the musical accompaniment with the hook shot. So there's our guaranteed blue ball or red ball there to start off the second phase.
No,
oh no!
We're 4 for 4.
Oh no!
Make it stop. Okay.
There it is. Okay.
There's one that's not a blue ball. Okay, we're at 5. Why?
Why? Yeah. If the game decides to be super rude, you can have every single shot besides the one guaranteed one be a blue ball.
6. One more, I think we're doing another lightning. Okay, we're at 7. What's happening?
Oh boy! Lucky number 7, as it were.
This is the worst Aga 1 I've seen. Maybe ever. At least
this is the worst one I've seen in a while, I gotta admit.
Okay, finishing off Aga 1. Kynup just needs to wait for the lightning here. And we'll then finish.
Yep.
Okay, we'll see what the reward is for... She has a barrel on her head.
5-6 is going to be Palace of Darkness and Skull Woods today. Looked like the other pendant was ice?
Yeah. Ice and swamp, yep. Because we already knew swamp.
And also, that's mushroom.
I don't know.
Woo!
Why? Why?
Spicy. This seed is going places.
This is a mean seed. It's not going places fast, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Looks like they're both gonna fake flipper up there. You don't see this one too often, but it's a useful fake flipper for getting up to mushroom quickly, or the witch quickly.
We could also fake powder right now if we wanted to.
I mean, yes, but no.
Yeah.
But also no.
Oh wait, yeah, that's right. We can't get the bat. Yeah.
There will be no fake flippering this, or fake powdering this seed. Guaranteed.
Yeah, no hammer or no mirror.
Hey, it's a moon pearl. We found it, guys.
Woo!
Oh boy.
No.
Anyway, where were we?
Yeah.
Oh right. So now we can get to Dark World via the portal. The portal and the castle here. And
Indeed.
we have... Actually, we cannot get to West Dark World, so we're pretty much going to Pod at this point. Because we can't get to Catfish, you can't get to... I mean, can't even Scylla. No, you could in Scylla, possibly? I don't know if anyone's ever done that setup, but that's... It's Pod. They're going to Pod.
Yeah.
Where's Kynup going?
Might just have been like kind of a confusion thing.
Yeah, that's possible.
Where it was just like, okay, it's almost like muscle memory at some points to be like, okay, I got Dark World access, I'm gonna go down this direction, and then you'll be halfway there and realize, wait a minute.
Oh, I've done that before. I do that whenever I go to do Swamp. Like, I will go all the way down to Swamp in the Light World and be like, oh yeah, I have to be in the Dark World.
Or like, you know, getting Moon Pearl and then being like, oh, okay, I can use, this happens to me all the time, I can go use that portal at Swamp, or in Southern Hyrule, and I'll go to the portal and be like, wait a minute, I need the hammer.
So we're looking for hammer or flippers here, or even a glove. Glove would be. Then you have to walk all the way back up to Dark World. Or Death Mountain, I should say, sorry.
Alright, so...
Well, it's not bow locked.
Yeah, which is odd considering where Bo was.
Yeah. I'd call that completely expected, honestly.
Yeah, especially from this particular seed.
It's like when you find Ice Rod early, you just assume that Turtle Rock is a pendant at that point. Okay, so what are we gonna find in Pod? What's your prediction for Pod?
I think we're gonna find like hammer and then powder that leads to something else.
No, hammer's too easy for this seed. There's no way we're finding hammer in here. I think it's gonna be flippers.
Fair call. All right.
Hammer will let you actually finish this dungeon the first time in, and 7 Aga blue balls tells me that's not happening.
This is a good
we got the glove. That was my second guess.
Yeah, there's the power glove there. So bad, just like this seed so far. Map there.
So 2 keys on the right side here for Kynup. And Linlinlin eventually as well.
The call of handy from chat. Just golf clap all around. Heading to the bowlock side here now. Chat calling for the vanilla hammer too. Oh boy. This seed's already done enough to them. Stop piling on more.
I'd be happy with a vanilla hammer here, honestly. And with no hammer, that means they're going to take a quick death warp back here, too. From here, I should say. Linlinlin smartly grabbing some bombs and arrows.
All right, so there's the death from Kynup heading back to the front.
Yep, we'll see if he grabs the gloves here on the way to the back. Doesn't know there are 2 items up here still, so yep, going to do that. So our first back check will be from Lynn here. We still have at least 3 items accessible here, possibly 4. Depending on if there's an item on... Oh, no, never mind. 3 items available. There's always an item on...
Yeah, it's Ambrosia, so there is 1 of the 4 items we have left on Helmasaur. So we've got 3 items available to us here in the rest of Palace of Darkness.
It's okay, chat. I forget things, so you don't have to. There's the big key.
Alright, so Kynup now, having completed the front checks, is following Linlinlin to the back.
Yep. Just gonna play a nice game of follow the leader here, and if they don't find anything else, they're gonna play follow the leader up to Death Mountain, probably, too.
Yep.
So far, this has been an inordinately linear scene.
Yes, indeed it has. Alright, to the Dark Maze goes Linlinlin.
Not so dark with the lamp, though. Always nice.
Yes.
There's the compass.
Also of note, that glove does put Zora's domain in... Zora himself in logic. The Moon Pearl means that we can do Waterfall Cave.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And now we have plenty of rupees for it, too.
Yep.
And just 50 more, so... Those are our 2 options at this point. DM Death Mountain or the Zora area.
Alright, and I would assume it's going to be a Death Mountain check, because gloves plus hookshot means Old Man. You can check inside of Spectacle Rock if you want to take that detour, and then east side Death Mountain, so 7 checks total from Paradox Cave and Spiral Cave as well.
You know, I think Vanilla Flips would be just all that dandiness. Actually, wouldn't be that bad, though we know that it's blocking Flute as well. What is Kynup doing other than death warping? Where are they planning on going with that is my question. Linlin's gonna get the information on the bombos.
They could be heading to Catfish, because that's also technically in logic now.
Glove. All of West Dark World is in logic now. I forgot about that. So yeah, no, there is plenty more to do. What am I talking about?
Alright, Linlinlin heading up Death Mountain.
So yeah, Kynup is on track to get the boots at this point, because with the hookshot access now over to West Dark World, that puts almost all of the Dark World checks in logic.
Yeah.
Doesn't put things like Mire Shed in logic, but you know, you can't have everything.
Can't always get what you want, like anything useful off the Old Man, who just gives us 10 arrows.
Yep.
And granted, he does open up his house as a save and quit point, but
looks like we are gonna see a Catfish check while Kynup is up here. Probably not a bad call with how the seed has been going so far. Also, it could be the boots.
Alright, so on top of Spectacle Rock is our first shield. Inside Spectacle Rock
is a boomerang.
Is Red Meringue. Interesting.
I expect Lynn to get neither. Well, can't get the shield, but...
Yeah. Alright, so Catfish receives his daily ration of Skull. In return, we get
another
the third bottle.
With another bead. Oh, Kynup actually is saving quitting off of this. Interesting.
Well, with that glove, we can do not what I was about to say, because we also need the hammer for that. So I think Kynup is just playing follow the leader here, heading up to Death Mountain.
Yep, I guess I was right after all. They are playing follow the leader up the mountain. That said, I was actually liking the Dark World play now that once Kynup reminded me. I half expect to find nothing up here at this point.
Well, that's something. That's also something.
Sword mail upgrades are nice. Not progression, but nice. Oh, geez.
Oh my god!
And
oh! You were saying?
I mean, none of that was actual progression.
But it's all stuff we are, well, I mean, we will need Ice Rod, because Trinex is one of these 7 bosses we absolutely need to kill.
Oh boy.
But
that's one of the better Paradox caves I've seen in a while, to be honest.
Yeah, that was a thing. Although
just
that does hurt the ability to death warp pretty badly, and that is a consideration, considering we still have not yet found that mirror.
Well, we know we'll find mirror at some point because of that flute sitting on Zora's ledge, or not Zora's ledge, Lake Hylia.
Indeed.
Okay, so one more check here for Lynn, and we'll see if they head to Zora or over to West Dark World. Either way, they're going to start at Link's house, so I guess we'll find out.
All right.
Yep, West Dark World.
Yeah, can't say I blame Linlinlin here. It's still in logic. It's still just 1 check to do Zora's domain. Out of logic, it's 4. But West Dark World is completely in logic, and there's 4 checks in, Village of Outcasts alone, even. So.
Oh yeah, there's lots of Dark World checks. Like I said, the vast majority of them are available now between Catfish, the Village of Outcasts, Bumper Ledge, Hype.
Why didn't they do Bomb Helma? How do you suggest they get to Helma in the first place to do Bomb Helma?
Is a good question. Kynup getting the kind of good news out of Paradox Cave.
Hey, here's everything that's going to make combat a non-issue for the rest of the seed. But, do you want an actual answer? Nope, sorry. Try again.
Never mind how much that would have been nice for Aga 1.
Fair call.
Okay, so Lynn looks like we'll have a bit of an advantage heading back to West Dark World, since Kynup still has yet to do Spiral Cave, and Lynn will be about across the river by then. But once again, they will not be that far apart. Assuming Kynup doesn't go to Zora. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're fine. Chat calling progression in Desert Palace now, too.
Well, there can't be any. Well, I guess Boots is probably going to be found, like I said. Yeah, no, that's possible.
Yeah.
On the plus side, there's at least Thieves' Den you can do. I'm sure nothing will be in the big chest, right? Yeah. Cough.
Again, like, it's kind of distressing to see the amount of evil things this seed could still technically do, because it's already put a few evils out into the world.
Oh, there's plenty of things it could do still.
Yeah.
Someone was mentioning Fire Rod on Pedestal.
All right. So into the Skull Woods we go. A lot of runners lately treating this like treating the front of Skull Woods like overworld.
I mean,
Doing these
for
checks.
good reason.
Yeah, fair. Especially with the change to V31 logic, where the so-called pinball room can actually have an item in it instead of being forced to be a small key.
Yeah. That does make it more, and just the amount of things you see in Skull Woods is pretty high, so. That said, coming from East Dark World, it's a bit more of a choice versus when you just go to the portal in Kakariko.
And I would also posit, because it is Ambrosia, this does mean there's only one item in Skull Woods, because the other item is on Mothula.
So yeah, I would definitely see skipping Skull Woods here, and it would work out.
Yes.
Kynup goes straight to the front here. He'll gain some time.
Nope.
None of that time gain shenaniganry. Following each other around the Dark World.
Alright, Linlinlin to the Village of Outcasts. So Thieves Town is clearable to blind, but there's an okay chance there's an item in the big chest, which we do not have the hammer for. Well, there's the Titans. Yep, so that's going to be opening up a few more things for our runners.
Opens up that purple chest you like so much.
Indeed.
Which would be downright awful, by the way.
Yeah. And just 20 rupees in the chest game, but Linlinlin got his money back and then some because of the 50 rupees he received as his random prize.
Yep. So we do have... This does give us access to Hookshot Cave, and lets us see, like, Turtle Rock's pendant and such. Or medallion, I should say.
Medallion, yep. No, but I understood. I understood.
I have a bad habit of mixing those two.
You and just about everybody else I've ever heard calm. Myself included.
Thus is words.
Yes. Alright, so Linlinlin into Thieves Town, as pretty much expected. This is a crystal.
Yep, once again, I expect Kynup to follow Linlin in here. Hoping for the boots before you go in here, but you never know.
Yeah.
There is something to be said for just indexing out of Thieves Town until you find those boots. But since it's not a guarantee that you will...
Well, I mean, the boots and then also the hammer. Because,
and the hammer, yeah.
Yeah. Although it's a slightly reduced possibility because we already know there's one of the 4 items on... excuse me, blind. It's looking likely that there is something on there simply because we have found that small key incredibly early.
And a map.
Yep, so... Yeah. And there's the compass. So, hey, guess what? There's an item in that chest.
Ooh, and we are seeing Kynup skip out on Thieves Town for now. It looks like we're seeing a death warp from Lin as well, because he's like, I'm not even gonna bother.
Yeah. Gonna have to come back here later anyway, probably, so forget it.
It's absolutely a thing. Unless Hammer happens to be in Thieves Town.
Oh, rude. Hammer on blind, because why not? Oof.
Oh. And then something actually in the big chest that's useful too. That would be the worst.
I'm sure there's a logical way to make that not... I'm sure that what we just talked about is somehow not possible, but...
Pretty sure that's possible.
Mitts were in C-shaped house.
It's just a key that can't be unblind. Okay, so we are getting the Smith pickup from Kynup here.
And Jeremiah's going to get a bit of the Dark World tour here, because I'm guessing we're going to be going all the way over to Hype Cave.
Oh, for sure, yeah. There's no way you skip Hype Cave. That's not the boots.
Nope.
We're down to Hype Cave. I don't think Smith counts as Dark World, but Purple Chest does.
Smith does not, I believe, which is weird because Purple Chest does for some reason.
Yeah, it's strange. I guess you pick it up in the Dark World. I don't know.
But you also
pick up the
yeah.
frog
You
too,
also yeah.
But it's possible they both do. Yeah, if we're using that logic.
All right.
But there's also, what else could it be? Actually, is there much else it could be? Because I don't think Death Mountain counts as Dark World. Dark Death Mountain, I should say.
Well, yeah, Death Mountain, like, either side of Death Mountain will say Death Mountain.
Right. There's our flippers.
There's our flippers.
That's not... Pyramid Fairy is an option, unfortunately.
Why do I get the feeling we're about to receive a lot of stuff from Zora's Domain?
You know, Knup's gonna give us the tour, so...
Like, this... Why do I get, like, I really am just sitting here and going, there's about to be a bunch of stuff on Zora's Domain, and fake flippering might have saved a little bit of grief.
Oh, yeah, Kynup hadn't seen that flute yet either, so this is information for him. So Lynn's a little bit behind outside of those Thieves Town front checks, but they've already done the hobo, so they'll go straight to Zora's Domain.
All right. So what is Zora's Domain going to have for us today? Starting with the waterfall.
Boots.
Yep, can't be the boots because Zora's Domain is definitely and decidedly White World.
Okay, it wasn't in there. You know, it being on the ledge would have been interesting because of that early bow.
Yep. All right.
Nope.
Loopy on Zora Ledge. Chat surprised the blacksmith could swim, but I mean, he was turned into a frog in Dark World, so...
Yeah, he learned. You know, I would actually be surprised if this was anything. I think it's either in Hookshot Cave area or hidden in Thieves Town as well. Yep, it's nothing.
Wow. Just wow. Just masterful trolling from this seed. Hey, here's Flippers in Hype Cave after absolutely nothing pretty much anywhere else to this point in Dark World.
Including the boots, which we know are in Dark World. So Lynn is going to go up to the mountain now. Kynup will probably not do that because he can't take the blacksmith into the caves up here. So we'll see a bit of a divergence here. Curious to see where Kynup goes after this, though. Could pick up the purple chest, could do Thieves Town, could do both, or could just also then just save and quit up to the mountain.
Indeed. Alright, so Linlinlin, Dark Death Mountain coming here. I can never get the clip that Linlinlin just did correct, ever. And every time I see a runner do it first try, I'm just mad.
It's a tough one to get consistent. Once you get it consistent, it's actually fairly difficult to mess up, weirdly enough. Nothing in Super Bunny. You'll see Smith here shortly, though.
Alright, what's it gonna be?
Just rupees, so nothing on Smiths. Let's see what Hookshot Cave does.
Just 10 rupees, because you have to pay 10 rupees for them to give you their item.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Still over 1,000 though, so...
Yeah. Rupees are not at all a problem at this point, but it's still just kind of insulting. Speaking
Hookshot
of
Cave
rupees
disagrees.
being insulting...
Hookshot Cave severely disagrees that they're not a problem. Okay, so Thieves Town or the Purple Chest, I think, is where we're at. And it's Quake for Turtle Rock, not Bombos.
All right, so Kynup now gonna go back into Thieves Town, and by back I mean entering for the first time for Kynup. All right, Linlinlin heading back over to the Dark World portal, I would assume, and we'll see if Linlinlin swallows their pride and returns to Thieves Town. Kynup doing the front checks here. Gonna see that there's absolutely nothing in front here, and Thieves Town's going to be all party in the back. Thieves Town doing its best Palace of Darkness impression today. And indeed, Linlinlin gonna go ahead and clear, head back into Thieves Town. So both runners gonna be in Thieves Town at the same time.
Oh, it looks like Kynup is actually going to Death Warp out into Purple Chest now. So both of them doing only the front, seeing its hammer locked, and being like, nah. And now Linlin is coming back in while Kynup is not.
Yes.
So there are 2 items here for Lin to find, and 1 item on Purple Chest for Kynup to find.
Alright. So we'll see whose decision works out for them. I would probably say Lin's gonna work out a bit better because 4 items versus, well, 3 items because we still haven't found that hammer versus 1 for Kynup.
2 left. Oh no, we found all 4, haven't we? Never mind, there were all the dungeon items in the front. You're right.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, 3 items definitely more likely, which means it's going to be on Purple Chest. Watch.
Yep. Because again, this seed hates you and everything you stand for.
Well, there's their second medallion, which we don't know if we know need yet.
All right, Purple Chest is 20 rupees.
It's Thieves Town. However, we're probably going to see Kynup go up and get the whole bunch more rupees on the mountain first.
Yep. All right, so Linlinlin continuing the excursion into Thieves Town here.
So what will Lin find up here? Or back here, I should say.
Yeah, that's a tough call.
Hopefully just the hammer, but...
And how bad is that you're saying hopefully just the hammer here?
Hey.
Oh my god!
Remember that time I said, what if hammer was in the back of Thieves Town?
How rude is this seed that hammer on Maiden's chest barely even cracks top 5 of the rude things this seed has done so far?
I mean, now you don't have to go back in for the big chest, right?
Fair call.
Oh, goodness.
Wow. Alright, so hammer in hand.
What does that actually open up? Hammer peg?
Hammer pegs opens up Helma's
Turtle
Arcade.
Rock? Except there's no... Oh yeah, Helma. Cool. Go to Helma now.
I'd peg you as a fan of the hammer. My god, Seed, you're really gonna come out here like that? Wow. Wow.
These bosses are rude. All the bosses hate our runners today is what I'm learning. Oh, it's a fire rod too. Okay, that opens up a lot more, including Pendant Ice Palace, but we'll ignore that for now. That actually means now Turtle Rock is full clearable. No, sorry, we still don't have.
Yeah, we need Quake. Other than that, yeah.
Hera's we can do Hera now as well, and Ether tab. And all of Ice Palace and the back of Skullwood, which is one of our 5, 6. Actually, the Pyramid Fairy is now open as well with our potential boots. If it's not in Hammer Pigs here.
Yeah. With that, Kynup's going to be in a bit of trouble here because Kynup already behind decided not to continue through Thieves Town. It's now going to have to go back there, and it's really going to just be super pleased as punch with that hammer location. Flute could technically be on pedestal if we didn't already know it was on Lake Hylia.
Yeah. I think Fire Rod was the other possibility. Quake could be there, yeah.
Quake could be there. Oh, how rude would that be if Quake was on pedestal and Bombos is on Lumberjack? Because we know Bombos is on Lumberjack.
I just, at this point, it's just fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Mirror will
Nothing
be
hurts.
on Mothula here, and then just the world will be open because that gets Flute as well. And then we'll be playing the hunt for Quake, and just never get the boots. Actually, no, we have to get the boots. So
yeah, because Desert is a pendant, and Desert's big key is on the torch.
I think we're pretty much guaranteed that the boots are in the pyramid at this point.
Wow, that's just all sorts of rude.
Yeah, that was one of the ruder places it could be with that hinge.
Yeah. Once we do get that 5 and 6 crystal taken care of, the rest of the dominoes are going to fall in pretty short order, as chat points out.
It's true. There's definitely still that possibility, though, of starting to play guess where Quake is.
And we do still have the specter of Misery Myers' medallion hanging over us because, again, Bombos being on Lumberjack.
That's not even that big of a specter, so as long as it's not also Quake, even then, that's actually probably a good thing, because then you're go-moding it.
Yeah. That was a pretty decent Mothula fight by Linlinlin. Unfortunately, just a piece of heart there.
Yeah, it was. But, more importantly, that's halfway to your boot.
All right.
Looks like Lynn is not heading back to the Smith chain at all, so looks like he's going to head straight to the pod area and do that aforementioned Helmasaur for the aforementioned pyramid access. While Kynup gets the great news about the hammer.
Yes.
Quote unquote great.
Yes. All right. So Linlinlin doing the overworld traversal here, kind of taking that newfound hammer and opening the big chest for the 3 bombs. I would say it would be more smashing news. Thank you, as always, chat.
That is a fair point. Hammer is great at smashing things.
Yes. As Kynup is demonstrating.
Kynup getting to see the wonderful message here.
Yep. Yeah. Just the absolutely perfect role for blind hints. All right. At this point, I'm just wondering if the seed's also going to hit us with the brick joke of an amazing Triforce room tech somehow. Yeah, welp that happened, or
That's most of them at this point. They know
Yeah.
it's gonna be a trolley seed off the bat. Okay, so there's the fire rod for Kynup. He's going to be roughly, or they're going to be roughly 2 boss kills behind Lin at this point.
Yeah,
A little bit less, but
really just gonna kind of come down to if Quake is somewhere out of the way that Linlinlin doesn't think to go to.
yep, that could be the catch-up for Kynup, is if
Yeah.
Quake is somewhere, just, like I said, playing Hunt the Quake, and then it just becomes a series of 50-50 coin flips.
Alright. Kynup indeed gonna take that fire rod and immediately go back to Skull Woods and kill the moth here. I mean, fair play, but it's just catching up, or playing follow the leader still. Which is unfortunate if you're a fan of Kynup or one of his Magic Lamp Oil teammates. Alright. Linlinlin, just about to Helmassar here. 17 thwaps with the hammer and 4 slashes with that temper sword will take down Helmassar King. If we could guess at Helmassar's movement RNG, 5 bombs would also take care of the mask, but the bomb strategy usually isn't seen unless you get a surprise Helmassar King in a boss shuffled Randomizer seed.
Talking about boss shuffle Randomizer, next week will be boss shuffle Randomizer. Actually, all of shuffle Randomizer, but
yeah. Thanks for picking up what I was putting down with that labored segue. I appreciate it.
Nah, I appreciated the segue. I picked up. I knew where you were going, and if you didn't, I was.
Yeah. I also gotta appreciate that single green rupee on Helmassar King. So, Pyramid Fairy gonna have our boots more than likely here. By more than likely, I mean confirmed, because there's not really Dark World checks left. I mean, we could technically find the mirror here, which would put Graveyard Ledge in logic.
It's not Dark World, though.
That's not, you're right.
Okay, so Kynup having a little bit more issue with Mothula there, but gets his second crystal. Interestingly, the boots doesn't actually do a whole lot for us at this point. It gets us down, I guess, slightly quicker to desert.
Chat pointing out Mire Shed is Dark World.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Mire Shed's the other one. But I mean, that's the... I knew I was forgetting something. Like, there was another place, I thought. However, that said, Mir would then get us to the thing here. I just had a terrible thought. Also, Lin, you can go the short way, but whatever. Oh, no, you can't. You don't have a mirror. No Quake in the pyramid right here. That was the terrible thought. Is Kynup planning on running all the way to pod here?
Looks like it. The library is full heart container. To answer a question in chat.
Oh, I don't think Kynup did hammer pegs before Skullwood, so yeah, that's what they're doing now.
Ah.
So what do we got here? The boots.
Das Boot?
Just the boots. So desert time, I guess. Well, we can do the Bonk Rocks and King's Tomb first, I guess. I suppose.
And that's what Linlinlin is doing. Boots and Sanctuary Heart. Okay.
Was Sank Heart nice?
Yep. All right, King's Tomb now for Linlinlin.
Negative on that one. We just haven't seen either item out of desert, so there's 2 items there still. Wait, where is Kynup doing Spike Cave here?
Could also climb up and do Tower of Hera, unless I'm missing something.
Yeah, it's... Nope, that's what they're doing, yep. Okay, so we're seeing a bit of a divergence here.
Bombs on Bonkarox.
Okay. So with forgetting about Hera as well, that means there are more options for Lin than just Desert at this point. Lin is also getting Bombos.
Fair play.
We don't actually know if that's required, but may as well while you have the boots and are here.
Yeah, and it also might be at this point just kind of like defeatism, because again, this seed's pulled some pretty nasty moves.
Yep. Okay, so there's also Ether Tablet. So this is actually 4 items that Kynup can check.
Yep.
Ether Tablet. Ooh, that's why.
Wow. Deadrock, please. Deadrock, please. Deadrock, please. Deadrock, please.
Okay.
Thank you. Was the anticipation worth it? It was not. That dead, kind of given that that Deadrock a piece of his mind and also his tempered sword. All right, back into Desert. Lin goes. And into Tower of Hera goes Kynup.
There's our silvers. It's always nice.
Oh, yeah. Alrighty.
Okay, so Lin's checking Desert as expected here. Kynup has to wait for the big key here. Actually, could have just... Herapod just must not know this. Because we did get 1 item already, so...
Yeah.
If Lin knows that setup, that'll definitely save some time for Lin. Lin.
Indeed. And yeah, it's unfortunate that that Kynup either forgot about or does not know the Herapot. Because the last thing Kynup needs is to give Linlinlin time that Linlinlin can catch up.
Yep.
If the lead changes hands, which, because Linlinlin does still have a fairly comfortable lead at this point.
Yeah.
But if Kynup manages to find Quake and Linlinlin can't, that'll definitely close the gap.
Yeah, it's possible those boots don't actually lead to anything. Just our boot. Obviously, you need them eventually, but...
Chat? I was paying more attention to Kynup. Chat is pointing out Linlinlin skipped the big chest, and we still have an item extant in Desert.
Have we not seen either item yet?
Not according to chat.
Did Lin check right side?
I'm not sure. Like I said, I wasn't paying attention to Linlinlin. I was more looking at Kynup and a couple other things, so... Ah, okay. He's just Linlinlin going back in. I think maybe the thought process there was, well, we know one of these items is going to be on Lanmo, and I have to kill them anyway. Might as well go see if Lanmo has something important, and then come back in here and grab the other item.
Yeah, I think it's roughly the same amount of time either way, running all the way back from right side or running back to... And the other item out of Hera is just a shield.
Welp.
So only silver's out of Hera. We still have Spike Cave to check, and we still have this item out of Desert to check.
Yep.
I think one of those two items has to be something, but I'm probably forgetting. And I don't think Spike Cave is actually in Logic, so it must be this Desert chest.
Spike Cave with 3 bottles should be in Logic. Okay. But the problem is our runners would have to actually go fill those bottles with something useful instead of just bees.
Oh, they do have a blue potion? Yeah, it could be just Kynup didn't want to do that, which is understandable. But half magic should be plenty.
Chat pointing out Ice Palace is in Logic.
Oh, right, Ice Palace. That was the other thing I forgot. Yeah, that seems like the likely option at this point.
Alright, looks like Kynup heading for Palace of Darkness. Linlinlin heading to Tower of Hera.
Yeah, at some point, Kynup's going to have to make a play or something to just try to catch back up to Linlinlin here, because now the boots advantage for Linlinlin is going to start paying off in spades.
Yep. Granted, Kynup should be able to neutralize that advantage shortly. Hopefully he goes to Pyramid Fairy after this pod kill.
Yeah, I mean, true, but then he'll probably also then follow the Bonk Rock into Desert play that Linlinlin did.
Yeah, this is a fair point.
And Linlinlin will be well done with Hera by then. If Lin Hera pots, it might actually be done with before Helma's down.
Alright, there's the small key for Lin. Kind of about to place a Samaria block there, yep. Alright, looks like Linlinlin is clearing the deck here to set up the Hera pot.
Yep, doing the boot bomb setup, it looks like.
Yep. Got it.
Yep. It's just a quick run to the top.
Yep.
Like I said, Moldorm will be down before Helma at this point.
Yep. Unless Moldorm decides to go Dikembe Mutombo on Linlinlin repeatedly. Does not look like that's going to happen. Boots were indeed Pyramid Fairy.
Okay, so that is crystal number 5 for Linlinlin. That is all that they can do. So at this point, Spike Cave and Ice Palace are the only chests that have not been checked in Logic. Looks like they both decided to skip Spike. Sorry.
Nope, you're fine. Yep, both deciding to skip Spike here. For some reason, my brain was like, oh, Linlinlin saving and quitting from Ice. Gonna go check Spike, and then you mentioned Linlinlin was sipping Spike, and my brain finally went, no, that's Tower of Hera.
Yep, on the way to Ice Palace, which of course will have the mirror, making it the most annoying time to get the mirror. Because usually you'd be like, oh, get the mirror, and then flute, and then goes into ice from that. That's the logical way of doing it.
Yep. Alright, so into Pendant Ice we go. Whoop. Missed that first shot there, but there on the rebound.
Okay, that's the third chest, or, sorry, fourth crystal for Kynup.
Alright, so, Kynup now heading. Interestingly enough, this might actually be good. Oh, there's Quake, first chest of Ice Palace. And never mind, I thought...
Lynch is like, nope, I'm done.
Yeah. I thought Kynup might be might still be heading for ice, which is good.
Not in the from the Dark World, Ian.
Valid point.
Lynn is taking the Quake and going straight to Turtle Rock, which could potentially be a place for Kynup to catch up, though.
Yeah.
If something else happens to be deeper, aka Mirror happens to be deeper, I think that's the only thing left at it. Yeah, because I have Bala. So yeah, if Mirror is deeper in ice instead of Turtle Rock, then it could be huge.
Yeah, could be a chance to catch up for Kynup, but that assumes that Kynup goes ice. I got excited because Kynup went to the right in Light World, and I thought maybe Kynup was swimming down to ice from there.
Yeah, me too, but I guess not. I mean, even if Mirror ends up being in ice, Linlinlin is going to be going there right after Turtle Rock.
Yeah.
Kynup might just be so far behind that it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and even barring all of that, does Kynup stay in ice after finding Quake, or does Kynup pull what Linlinlin did and go, okay, that's Quake, I'm out, because I can go do Turtle Rock now?
Kynup trying to do the bottle, and they both had bees in them. I think it's a red bottle out of the deal.
Yeah, nicer than a bee at this point, but not exactly what you wanted to waste a couple seconds of time on. All right, so Lynn now into Turtle Rock. He goes. And up.
And kind of heading to the desert.
Yep, making the desert play, which unfortunately is not going to pay out.
Just no one likes Ice Palace. It's very sad for Ice Palace. Ice Palace just wants to be loved.
Yeah, I mean, it is a pendant in this particular seed, and because it's Ambrosia, we already know there's one item on Cold Stare, and it's kind of a pain to route and do, and it's just like, okay, whatever.
Okay, that's one item out of Turtle Rock of 5.
Okay. So, as we kind of have a lull here, as dungeon traversal is happening on one side, and the other side is items we've already seen. This is week 2 in the Link to the Past Randomizer League. It is an Ambrosia race between Team Last Locationers, represented by Linlinlin, and Team Magic Lamp Oil, represented by Kynup. I just misplaced my notes as to what division and conference this is, because I'm great at my volunteer job.
Misery Mire division in the Dark World Conference.
Thank you.
It's actually a very close conference at the moment. Yes. Every team is either 6 or 3 points.
Yep.
Which with quite a few matches to play, though. So
yes, there's still quite a few week 2 matches to go. Every week in the league is going to have a different rule set, because Link to the Past Randomizer has evolved so much that there's plenty of different modes to play. For example, next week is going to be Randomizer with bosses shuffled, enemies shuffled, damage shuffled to certain extents, and week 4 is going to be a mystery seed where almost literally anything can happen. We've also got cross keys on deck, co-op all dungeon seed, and spoiler log key sanity race, where it's actually going to be piloted by one player while another player plays the seed. So a lot of interesting things happening in the coming weeks for League. So keep an eye on both SpeedGaming channels and the ALTTPR League. While I was talking, I completely missed what was on Lava Chest.
Me too. I was definitely watching Kynup go through the back of desert. Ooh, almost got the one round.
chat and tracker telling us it was 300 rupees.
Okay, so that's 2 items.
All right, there's the Landmo kill for Kynup.
Yep, catching up in crystals, and we'll probably be heading to Ice Palace now as well, since that is the only thing left.
All right, bombs.
Other than Spike Cave, I guess.
Yep. All right. Kynup gonna go grab the other item out of desert here. Unfortunately, again, not gonna be anything too useful. Crystal roller room for Linlinlin now. Small key.
Well, one of the keys, I should say.
Yeah. The completely and entirely expected key if I had been looking at the key count before I opened my mouth.
You and me both. You and me both.
Potential witch sighting in chat, by the way. Alright, so there's that worthless second desert item for Kynup, the save and quit. And we'll see what the next move is. Sanctuary.
Boots checks.
Fair call.
There's the compass. There's the mirror.
There's the mirror. Yep.
So that puts Linlinlin in go mode at just under 1 hour and 25 minutes. We'll just have a hopefully quick mire to do, as well as finishing up Turtle Rock here, and we'll be heading to Ganon's. Well, and, you know, a quick aside to go grab that flute and activate it and all that jazz.
Yep.
They do need flute, however, flute is on the Lake Hylia Island.
Yes. Yep, we need to grab the flute and then go kill Vitreous. We'll also find out if that cunningly placed Bombos medallion on Lumberjack Cave was necessary. Alright, so Trinex should go down fairly easily here. 5 hits with the Tempered Sword, and half magic to ensure that you're not going to run out of magic trying to do this. Yep.
Or the Fire Rod. Fire Rod does Tempered Sword damage, so kind of use the combination of the two on the ice head.
So yeah, Kynup does go ahead and pick up that Bombos medallion before doing anything else. As Trinex goes down for Linlinlin. And just a little piece of love. Granted, at this point, there's not really anything that could have really been useful on Trinex. I mean, maybe powder, if our runners felt like at all in danger and felt like they might need fairies. But with a whole bunch of rupees and the ability to flute to 2 now in their grasp, I really don't think powder is at all anywhere on their mind.
Yep, Linlinlin's gonna actually just save and quit. That puts you on the pyramid if you have Aga 1 killed as well as them in your hand. So, while it wouldn't have worked before now, it does work now, and that's actually a little bit faster than going to the Dark World point south of Link's house. So, good play from Linlin here.
Alright, moment of truth time for Kynup now. About to receive the Quake medallion. Does he keep going in ice? And it looks like he's going to. So this is just going to put him further behind, unfortunately, as we know.
Or not.
Okay.
Thought about it for a second and was like, nah.
Linlinlin showing off some game knowledge using this portal to come back up to right around Kakariko. And it's going to be able to activate this flute fairly quickly.
Oop, gotta blocked by the brownie there.
All right. And that's going to be one of the latest flute activations you'll probably ever see in a non entrance randomizer mode at 1 hour 28 minutes and 35 seconds. And I suppose technically our go mode was flute, but we knew about it for a while. And that's also a phrase you don't often say, is go mode flute. And Quake was the medallion necessary for Misery Mire. So we did not need the Bombos there. And honestly, that's on brand for this seed. Let's not kid ourselves.
Yeah, that makes sense. Now we just need ourselves a nice trolley vanilla big key mire. Without the key in the other spot, in the other left side.
All right. Linlinlin clearing out the front there, and is now in Mire proper. And Kynup now doing the needful in Turtle Rock, but at this point, probably going to be too little too late.
Yeah, they're gonna be well over a dungeon behind at this point. The only thing that could really catch them up is if Big Key is Tile Room and they do it for some reason.
Yeah, because combat is not going to be an issue for the rest of this seed. Vitreous is going to just melt in the face of the silver arrows.
Oh, yeah. There's no defensive items, but that doesn't really matter. There's a blue chest in Lin's hand, red mail, tempered silvers. It's fine.
I will say, Linlinlin being on 1 heart, this might cost him time if he gets sniped by something.
Yep, there's lots of things in this room that do 1 damage no matter what mail you have. Quickly dodging past them. And there's the big
There's our big key.
Don't have powder, so can't get an easy refill here. Could fake powder one technically, but can be difficult to do.
Yeah, and when you're sitting at 1 heart, that's not something you want to risk.
Ooh.
Oh dear!
Got sandwiched by the anti-fairies there.
Yep.
Okay, so that gives a bit of time back to Kynup.
A good point from chat. Fake powder with what mushroom?
Oh, you're right. I just blindly looked at the tracker. I'm like, I have mushroom, obviously.
Yeah, because I don't think your save's coming the mushroom when the mushroom had Moon Pearl. Sorry, I couldn't finish that with a straight face because it was just another example of just this seed just being this seed, because a mushroom, for those joining late, was on Pyramid Ledge.
Yeah.
It's been that kind of seed.
Fun early seed. Did I mention that Aga 1 fight had 7 blue balls?
No, you did not mention that. Just like we did not mention that Hammer was in Maiden's chest on Blind, and then Blind proceeded to rub it in by pegging us as a fan of the Hammer. So this seed had just the worst intentions.
It really did. It was just bad. It was mean.
Yep. All right, so Kynup now continuing to make their way through Turtle Rock, has gained a little bit of time because of that death Linlinlin took, but Linlinlin already back past to where they were. Yeah,
it'll take a few more gaffes for Kynup to fully catch up there.
Mm-hmm. All right, so now Linlinlin just about to the vitreous fight. With the silver arrows in hand, this is just going to be a quick game of Space Invaders.
Kind of sounds like Space Invaders too.
Yeah.
Never thought of that, but I appreciate that reference.
You're welcome. I forget where I got it from, but I got it from somebody else. I can't take credit for it. That is going to be Linlinlin's 7th crystal. So there's a little game we like to play here. 22 locations in Ganon's Tower, one of which is going to have that big key. Number from 1 to 22 in chat. Where you think it's going to be? The person who gets closest first will receive a number of points, dependent on how many entries there are. Anybody else who guesses that same exact number will also get 5 bonus points. Where do you got?
Rando room.
Okay, I'm going to go with my tried and true number 3 here, which the way I usually route is the torch room, but I did have it be tile room the other day because I was that fed up with the seed. I did hope room into tile room, and it happened to be on tile room.
Oh man, it's one of those you're just like, I'm done with this seed. It's probably just in tile room.
Yep.
And then you get it, and you're like, I'm not even happy that I guessed that right.
Yeah. I did have somebody call it the anti anyway, regardless.
Okay, so Kynup is about to finish his 6th crystal. Officially hit go mode around 135, well, for posterity's sake.
All right. So Linlinlin heading over to Ganon's Tower. And kind of meanwhile, didn't quite get the quick kill on
dodging.
Yeah.
It was dodging the head there, I think, so.
All right, and there's the opening for Linlinlin. And the game is now closed to bettors. 26 points on the line.
We shall see what this is. That's 1. That's 2.
All right.
Key, so on the right side. Unless you're feeling pretty crazy.
Yeah, unless you're feeling really spicy and just want to steal the this key now, as that's item number 3, or the key underneath this skull that Linlinlin is about to receive, and go right. But I can't imagine you would really feel like doing that. All right, chests 4, 5, 6, and 7 coming up here. That's number 5.
Number 5. Not even gonna check the other ones because he doesn't even probably want butter.
Yep. Gotta get those sweet, sweet fantasy points, right?
Sure.
Yeah, 5 tornado with the guess of 5 gets 26 points
Nice.
on the Ganon's Tower big key guessing game leaderboard here. Flute was on Lake Hylia Island. To answer a question in chat, which required the mirror that was on Laser Bridge.
Yeah.
Because rando.
Because it was one of those seeds.
I'm just... Yeah, just... required AGA 1 for Mushroom, for Moon Pearl, for Mushroom on Pyramid Ledge, for Moon Pearl at Witch's Shop.
Technically, there was only one pendant dungeon that was required this seed, too.
Fair.
Eastern was complete bupkis. I mean, you're doing it because Aga won, but
Yeah. All right, Fire Rod strats out for Linlinlin there. That splash damage though. That's
really
spooky action. Unintentional spooky action is the best spooky action. And as Kynup activates their flute, Linlinlin is at Landmo 2.
Yep. Some nice, quick silver arrow shots here, possibly.
Yep.
Or not.
I mean, to quote one of the poets of our time, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Except
That was only one, though.
1 out of 3, yeah.
Nice try, though. I appreciate it. Once again, I appreciate the reference.
Alright.
There you go. See, 3 out of 3 is better, though.
Yes.
Like that.
Alright.
Nope. 3 out of 4 ain't bad either, though, so we're fine, right? Ooh.
Yep, sure.
It's fine.
Yep. That last one being a bit of a bother. There we go.
That's one of those rooms where you're just like, okay, dang it. I don't know if Linlin thinks they're behind or not, but it wouldn't surprise me if they did because of how late everything was in this scene.
Yeah. All right. Torch room done. Tower not despawned. There we go. Linlinlin gonna have to keep an eye on the magic usage a little bit here at least.
There's a full pot coming up.
Also gonna have to look at his key count. No, he's not. Never mind.
Hey, plenty of keys. We're fine.
For some reason, my brain refused to process that that was... For some reason, the door he opened as I was talking about that key, for some reason I thought it was something else. I don't know what I was thinking, honestly. While I was confusing everybody, including myself, Landmo. I'm just gonna shut up for about 5 minutes. Don't mind.
Hold on, two's down. Okay,
yes.
So now we're heading to Agatu. Kynup is making his way over to the, hopefully over to the big key. We'll see which chests they check first. Looks like they are going to check the big key chest first. Or rather, the chest that has the big key. While Lin working on Aga 2, just takes 6 balls to the face. We'll see how many more blue balls we get here. I'm expecting all of them to be blue balls at this point, just because that's just how this seed has gone. Yeah, there's another one.
Yep.
2 for 2. Oh, we don't get to see the third one. So, as far as I'm concerned, all of those are going to be blue balls. Okay, so just gotta go take this here flute, drop down to see that big pig Ganon himself, and just 12 quick slashes or 6 spins with the Tempered Sword for each of phase 1 and 2. It will take 1 hit for each jump on phase 3, and then phase 4 will just take 4 silver arrows to the face, and that will take down Ganon and finish up this seed. Don't stand so. Don't stand so close to me. Seriously, you're too close. Back off. Whoop, a little bit of trouble there with Linlin. He was a couple slashes short.
Well. Linlinlin also gonna have to do some clever dodging here because we do not have any invincibility items.
I believe they still have a blue potion, though.
Fair.
Okay, that should be enough slashes for phase 2. Also, very nice dodging.
Yes.
Get that silver arrows out.
Alright.
Let's
Meanwhile,
see
Kynup
how
just
trolly Ganon wants to be. Yep.
Kynup playing his own game of Space Invaders. Dodges the lightning. Oh no, Silver, my one true weakness from Ganon.
Oh no.
Torch glitch. Got.
Okay, that's 2 arrows. And 4 arrows.
All right.
So Kynup gets his 7th crystal, but Linlinlin has just finished.
Yep. And as long as Linlinlin survives the most dangerous 1x3 in all of Hyrule, he'll get the win for Last Locationers, and he does, finishing in first place with an official SRL time of 1 hour 44 minutes even. Is Linlinlin. I'm sorry. I know it finishes with "But your princess is in another castle," but honestly, there's no other way this seed could have ended with that. That was a Triforce text.
I'm sorry. Talking about being sorry, I'm sorry Lynn, for you having to play that seed. But congratulations on winning.
Hello, thank you. It was not a fun seed to play. Like, the only decision you had to make was to go to the back of Thieves Town with 3 items in the back and 1 guaranteed item in the big chest. That's really tough.
Yep, and neither of you did that. So the first time, at least, it was it was pretty much the entire seed was a game of follow the leader with slight variations thereof.
The reasoning behind that is that since I did the mountain play before committing to the overworld, knowing that boots were in the dark world, felt like I needed to chase those boots for some reason, especially with that book and the flute being where it was on Lake Haga. That might lead me to like some mirror or something. So
yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I was chasing for the boots. That's why I left Thieves Town.
Yeah, I figure that's what both of you were thinking. I'm sure. Like, you actually didn't end up doing Smiths at all, while Kynup did, which is probably one of the biggest differences of the.
I thought about it at some point, and I'm like, I have mids now. I have Darkest Mountain, and I cannot take this miss with me if I want to do that.
Yeah, it's fair. That's just how it is sometimes, I guess. But yeah, there was so I have one very important question, actually. How do you feel about 7 Blue Ball Aga 1?
Oh god. You saw me hookshotting Aga for like
a few times.
Lightning phase because I was pissed. Like...
And then Aga 2 just kept throwing blue balls out too. Like, it was the worst. And then Hammer, and then the other thing we were laughing at way too much was the blind saying Hammer Peg, or the Hammer line right after getting Hammer deep in Thieves. It was a thing.
That Moonbrook sequence was interesting.
Interesting is a word for it.
Yes, that was also one of the things where we were just like, oh, good, this is happening. Because, yeah, it was, yeah. Any seed where you can say, we had to beat Aga to get the mushroom off the pyramid ledge to go get our moon pearl off of Witch's Hut. That alone kind of makes the seed feel bad, but pair that with the hammer being where it was.
Yeah. You know? And Kynup had actually seen that Bombos, so like before we were like, oh, this is just an Aga seed. We were like, there's that Bombos information that Kynup, which turned out to be absolutely nothing because Bombos wasn't needed for anything in this entire seed. But
yeah, that's the thing. But like when you get boots and you do like the boots check, King Zoom, Bone Rocks, like there's no way you're not grabbing that Bombos on your way.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and as kind of continues to climb up Gan's tower here, just kind of housekeeping a little bit. There will be another race starting right here very shortly. Here in about 10 minutes, right here on SpeedGaming 2, it will be Ninban of Les French Canadians versus Avidius Naso of Link Finds a Way, being calmed by Wolflink and Wolflink and tracked by Mind of Me. Speaking of tracking, thank you to iBot02 for tracking this race for us.
And actually, to be even more clear, yeah, thank you for tracking. Don't want to talk over that, but less for less Canadians versus Link finds a way. That is the name, by the way. The is on purpose. They're actually doing a double header. So on this channel, there will be Ninbon versus Ovidius. But then directly after that one will be Rywick versus Corrivian. Corrivian. Wow, I'm having trouble with their names.
Yeah.
So that will all be on this channel, SpeedGaming 2.
Yep.
That's a lot of French people from the French community tonight.
Yeah, that's true. It is, isn't it?
There's me,
Nice.
French, and French Canadians.
And then there's also other games happening. 2 other games starting at 7:10 Eastern. So restream starting at about 20 past the hour. It will be there's stuff on the ALTTPR League and SpeedGaming Main and SpeedGaming 4. So if you're liking all the league action, be sure to follow SpeedGaming and SpeedGaming 2 through 6 and the ALTTPR League and the ALTTPR League 2 through 4 as the climb continues here. I'm doing all the housekeeping stuff because I'm terrible at interviews, and Freddie's already asked most of what I wanted to ask, by the way. So
oh, that's fine. Also, we're probably gonna have to get out of here pretty quickly. So sorry, go ahead.
No, it was like after getting the boost, like I already wanted to go to Ice Palace, but that useless book made me go to.
Well, I guess
I was
desert.
following that book. I was literally following that book. The reason I went to Hera was not for Hera, it was for Ether.
For Ether, yep. I remember seeing that. I'm like, book is a thing. Let's go to desert, I guess. Immediately get the map out of the first chest. Well, glad we went to desert.
That's the thing. You don't have the moon pearl yet, so like, it's not about having like glove. I mean, a glove would have opened the mountain as well. That's the thing.
I was kind of expecting glove on pyramid, honestly, not mushroom.
You are like, there's literally no reason to. I mean, not no reason. It's hard to skip on that book.
Yeah, it's hard to do Aga 1 before doing literally everything else when you don't have moon pearl.
Moon pearl or like you have so much like hook shot. Like you have a lamp. You are expecting a mountain that can save you at this point because you don't have those moon pearl or like glove or hammer at all. So that's why it's kind of hard to skip on making the desert play at that point, and then you see a map and you're like, okay, fine, I'll go to Aga.
Yep, it makes it tough. It's not that the mountain actually had much progression on it, but it sure had lots of useful items.
It had a tempered sword, 2 mails,
and an ice
fantasy
rod.
players, and an ice rod.
Yep.
Sorry for the fantasy players, like that paradox cave is like my coins.
The worst, yeah. And you didn't get the first crystal till like almost an hour in either, so definitely had tempered for all those. So one thing I did want to talk about, since I have a slightly vested interest in it anyway, is how close the division is right now between pretty much everyone. Like everyone has 3 points. This win puts you at 2-2, tied with Magic Lamp Oil.
I mean, Error to 16 are definitely the favorites.
Yeah, for sure. They haven't played yet this week, so.
We have to a rough start. Like we took 2 losses that, in my opinion, we could have won. But like.
Well, I'm biased on one of them, so. Because the other one was against my team. So, yeah.
I mean, the objective is going to the playoffs anyways. Especially the week we're facing Error to 16 is the spoiler sanity week. I'm not saying we don't stand a chance, but this one's gonna be rough for us.
Yeah, it's gonna be a heavy execution-based competition for that week. They're definitely good at that thing, but you guys are pretty good too, so don't sell yourself too short.
The objective is going to the playoffs for now.
Yep.
So we're not out yet, even with those 2 early losses.
Yeah, we're playing them next week for Randomizer ourselves, so that's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
guess I'd rather fight him in Randomizer than on spoiler week. So we're just waiting for Kynup. He's working on phase 2 of Ganon. Get some nice dash strats in on him there.
Yep.
Not quite the same bat dodging that Lin had, but...
Alright. I'm sorry, but I will cut short because I want to go to the French interview for a bit, so...
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, go for it.
Thanks for commentating. Thanks for tracking. See you soon.
Yep. Good job, and congrats on the win again. Have a good night.
Good night.
Okay, so phase 3 for Kynup is about over. Finding out about Silver. Well, finding out that he has... never mind.
Yes.
Ganon finding out
hey, I
that he
forgot I
has
had those. I mean, somebody did legitimately forget they had silvers and just execute silverless strats, which I'm sure their fantasy owners love to see. All right, so
that is a finish for Kynup. Well done finishing that. Probably get him in here for a quick interview, but like I said, we got to move on to the next race here shortly.
Yep. And most dangerous 1x3 survived. Kynup finishes in second place with an official SRL time of 1 hour 54 minutes and 49 seconds. As the Triforce room looks like it's going to apologize and then makes the Mario reference for the last slap in the face.
Okay, so let's see if we can get Kynup in here for a quick interview. Looks like we have a bit more time, so no rush.
Well, to be fair, the time on the schedule is the time when the SRL race countdown is supposed to begin. So... read a book. I forgot that's a possibility for the sanctuary text. Some of the like Easter egg credit text options are pretty funny. Case in point, random Saha names. And just as a reminder, we already kind of covered this during the previous interview, but plenty of action still to come just even on this channel as we have the doubleheader between Let's French Canadians and Link Finds a Way starting here in probably about 15 to 20 minutes. Kynup is declining an English interview. Looks like he's talking to the French restream. So with that all being done here, we'll just go ahead and reiterate, plenty of action still to come, not only today, but for the rest of the week as week 2 concludes here on the league, Randomizer League. Plenty of action on the SpeedGaming family of channels, so be sure to hit those follow buttons on SpeedGaming and SpeedGaming 2 through 6 if you haven't done so already. League specifically can also be found on the ALTTPR League and the ALTTPR League 2 through 4.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing all the rest of the runs. Should be got a few more days of standard Ambrosia, and then next starting on Monday we will have a Randomizer as the next format for week 3. Randomizer will have all the enemies and all the bosses mixed up between each other. Well, not between each other, sorry. The mobs will be mixed up between themselves, and then the bosses will also be mixed up. So you could get to the end of Eastern and find Helmasaur sitting there, or Trinax.
Sorry, the way you corrected that made me picture like going into a room and just seeing like 5 Trinexes spawn out of nowhere.
Would be fantastic.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, if you're not wanting to stick around for the Let's French Canadians versus Link Finds a Way doubleheader, there's also Killer App 23 of Spaceballs the Rando team versus Tam of Did You Check Your Boot. starting shortly on the ALTTPR League. There's also Lady Box Thief of Team Hot Dish versus Little Miss Arcade of It's Mitts on SpeedGaming 4 at 7:10. Adirondack Rick versus Levon Firestorm of Team We're Bad at Team Names and the Missing Links, respectively, on SpeedGaming Main at 8:10.
Did you mention the current one going on over on SpeedGaming Main?
I did not know, and that's going to be
Weighty Words
of
versus... Yep. Go ahead.
Sorry. Weighty Words of Pug Trio versus Julio Ninja of the Immortals, currently in progress on SpeedGaming Main. So yeah, an interesting race here, and plenty more action, as we've been repeating, yet to come on all of the affiliated channels. I just now noticed that Kynup's file name was a face the entire time. Well done, well played. I mean, so was Linlinlin's technically, but...
Oh, whoa.
Oh, my dude.
Ooh. I like Kynup's better. It has an actual face.
Yes.
Okay, so I guess with that... Actually, I guess we're waiting to see. Kind of stalling for a bit here because we're waiting on the French restream to make sure they're done with their interviews over there before we cut over this. And we have a few minutes until the next run starts, so...
Vamp for time, quick!
Talking about things, yes. Okay, sounds like we got the go-ahead to sign off, at least for us. So, do you have anything else you'd like to say, Van? Or you for Wes? Wes or Vandal? Well, I got you here.
Yeah. Either one.
Fair enough.
I respond to a lot of things. Just don't, as long as it's not rude, we'll put it that way. I mean, I might still respond if it's rude, but you probably won't like the response. Anyway, nope, just reiterating all of this action coming up here. Stick around if you like right here for that doubleheader starting. And thanks for watching, guys. Have a good rest of whatever it is in your time zone. Morning, afternoon.
Enjoy the rest of the night of Rando, and may all your seeds not have 7 blue ball aga.